Today we're going to focus on illness and depression.
Does your illness ever leave you feeling depressed?
How frequently do you experience feelings of depression?
We have both experienced the negative emotional and physical impact of feeling depressed.
In the following video, we discuss some steps you can take for coping with these feelings. Coaching illness and depression. Over the last several years, we've encountered many people experiencing depression while they've dealt with long-term illness. We both fall into this category. Feelings of depression and hopelessness are difficult, especially when you're uncertain about your future and wondering if you're going to remain operating at a diminished capacity for the years ahead. This in turn can have a further negative impact on your physical health.
Feelings of pointlessness and hopelessness can often take over, especially if you must take time away from work, give up activities you enjoy, scale back on socializing, or see alterations in your physical appearance. It may even seem that others around you treat you like you are invisible, as you are no longer able to be the bold person you used to be.
Gradually, you begin to withdraw into yourself, as it seems like life is outside of your control. As you put future plans on hold, you start to feel apathetic or maybe even get to a point where making yourself get out of bed in the morning becomes a big challenge.
This may seem like a long, dark tunnel which we will never come through. However, we believe that for many of us, not only is there a way through, but there are possibilities for the light to shine on you in some ways more than it has done. You do not have to let the traditional social misconceptions define you. Disability does not have to mean disempowerment. While parts of you may be restricted, it is possible to grow in other ways too. Here is how.
Here are 9 steps to feeling less depressed with chronic illness. Number 1, establish how you want to feel. A first and obvious step is to ask yourself, how would you like to feel? It is much easier to move toward something if you can define what it is. The same can be done with your emotions. For example, identifying that you would like to feel happy will provide you with a clear target to aim for.
Number 2, scale your feelings. Now think about how depressed you feel on a scale of 1 to 100. If, for example, you assess yourself at 70, you can gain some hope in knowing that at least you're not at 100. Scaling your feelings also helps you measure if you're making progress.
Number 3, identify your triggers. Are there any specific events, environments, or people who trigger feelings of depression for you? If so, take note of who or what you might need to avoid.
Number 4, establish links between those triggers and your thoughts. Examine the thoughts you have about those triggers and how those thoughts are serving. Can you link any recurring thought patterns to the depression which you experience? For example, the thought, "I've lost everything," often triggers depression.
Number 5, look at what other factors may influence those thoughts. Think about where these thoughts originate from. Are these parts of a deeply ingrained set of beliefs or value systems? Is the society or the surrounding culture influencing you? Perhaps your inner authentic voice tells you something different.
Number 6, avoid absolute thinking. Now, very few things in life are black or white, even when it comes to illness. Try to establish if there is any middle ground or grey area. Is what is happening to you a total catastrophe, or is it possible at all that there are some positive aspects to your life still?
Number 7, what would you tell someone you love? How would you want someone you love to feel if they were experiencing something similar? What would you say to them? Do they deserve happiness? Could the same things be said to you as well? Do you deserve happiness?
Number 8, focus on what you still control. If you are experiencing chronic illness and despair, it is likely that you are very aware of what you can't control. So refocus your mind onto the areas which you are still able to control. What are they, and to what extent are you able to still?
Number 9, practice optimism boosting exercise. Pick at least one of the following exercises which have been shown to boost optimism and try practicing them for at least several minutes each day. Best possible self. Imagine your life in 2 years' time if everything goes according to plan. Savoring. Become mindful of your enjoyment. This can apply to a meal you eat, a conversation with a close friend, or even a walk through nature. Gratitude. Try writing down at least 3 things which you feel grateful for each day. No matter how small, it will help you realize that there is still hope.
We hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Did you like the ideas? Do you have any ideas of your own? Is there anything different which you would like to see us cover?
If you like what you heard, we ask you to support this channel by clicking the thumbs up on this video and hitting the subscribe button. Please also use the share button to pass this information around to anyone who may benefit from it.
Check out the written blog version of this video by clicking the link below and visiting our website. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter under Empower Illness Coaching. To find out more about who we are, feel free to visit the video about our illness journey.